in a very interesting place for the NFTs and digital arts. Yeah, and they just helped me to have some quiet place to be on this AMA today. So yeah.
Let me in, guys, with another account, please, or you won't see my video.
A video.
Sorry, can you repeat? Yeah.
Done. Mitja, have you ever seen Ren and Stimpy?
What did I do?
Have you ever seen Ren and Stimpy?
I received what?
Ren and Stimpy. It's a cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah, no, no, I didn't.
Okay.
I used to love Ren and Stimpy. It was on around about tea time when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I think. It used to be on just before The Simpsons. So crazy, that one.
That is tea time for you. Because I thought it would... Oh, yeah. No. It doesn't air at the same time. Because in the US, it would be nighttime.
No, they were repeats, I think. Like I say, just kind of tea time cartoons for the kids. Well, not
for
the
the
bigger kids. Yeah. British have a strange sense of humor, don't we?
They had some issues there.
Like, well, when I will run the presentation, can you give me the screen sharing abilities afterwards? Can you do that? Not now.
Wait a bit. I'm trying to do it right now.
By the way, I have the perfect souvenir from the free ton, you know. It's only for Dubai followers.
Could you try right now?
Is Roman on? He should probably send a second ping to people.
Yeah, we'll just give it a minute for a couple more people to start rolling in. Right. And Mitja sets himself up as well. There we go. Hi, Alina. You're on mute there, I think.
Yeah, sorry, I see now. Hi, Ben. Hi, everyone.
Right, there we go. A couple more people rolling in now. Vladislav, brilliant. I think we've got everyone who's giving presentations present, which is always a good start. Let's just double check that, guys. We got yeah, hey, all present and correct. Shall we make a start while we're sorting things out? Hopefully a few more will join us as we go along. Right, hello everyone, and welcome to Free TON Weekly Meetup 76. In case you can't tell, I'm not Ron Millo, I'm Ben. Hey, everyone, Ron's away, having a bit of a vacation. Oh, now we're recording. So yeah, no Ron, no Roman this week. We've got kind of the all-star substitutes bench with me and Am running the show. So yeah, we've got loads to get through today, like absolutely bloody loads. So first of all, there have been no token distributions that I've been aware of this week. Other people may be able to correct me on this. They are being processed though, so lots of things should be going through this week on that front. We've had a few proposals passed. Launchpads has been a good one. That should be an exciting contest. Rust Cup amended terms has gone through. Web free promo concept, which is a bit enigmatic and mysterious from our Roman. That's an exciting one. That's passed this morning. And yes, I believe the Free TON Academy request for their next milestone should be going through to a vote or going through to pass very shortly, soon-ish. Anyway, so good, nice one on that. That's it for the introductions, really. Like I say, we've got loads to get through today. So, Mitja, when you're ready, do you want to take it away with our tech updates, please, good sir?
Yeah, tech updates. There are no tech updates, guys. I mean, there was obviously the incident last week. Probably you expect me to share some thoughts on that, and I will. But I already summarized that in the post-mortem. Say, basically, the OVH infrastructure went down completely And that's like OVH is the largest, second largest European service provider, internet service provider. And there were some nodes hosted in this different data centers across the Europe and not only Europe. But the European part of OVH just went completely down dark, all of the data centers at once. Very similar to the event happened to Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on. And that happened because of, well, it's kind of official version is that it happened because of the upgrade to the core network infrastructure, drivers and stuff, and in them, you know, backbone routers and so on. But that's an official version, of course. It's very strange that it's happening exactly in the same explanation as Facebook did. So I wonder, you know, if it wasn't an attack or something. But again, doesn't really matter. Point is, it took them several hours to fix the problem. That the 33% of nodes, probably validators node, and that setting just were on this one of the, like in several data centers across OVH infrastructure, and therefore the network stopped, as the network currently runs the classical BFT consensus protocol, where in every BFT consensus protocol known, if you shut down 33% of the network will stall very simply until and unless these nodes will come back. And these nodes did come back after a certain period of time. The problem is that the consensus messaging protocol of the, what I'm talking about is all implementation by Telegram still, right? So this consensus protocol, it just introduced a lot of messaging while there is no consensus bottom line. And so these messages, there was such an amount of these messages during this shutdown time that in order to just come back to the state that the validators had to come to, it just eat all their memory, like basically downloading and applying all this, you know, messages just took enormous amount of memory. We tried to not kind of interfere. We just tried to increase this memory to validators by, you know, increasing the swap file, and we succeeded almost. Like it was like 62, I think, % went on fine, but there were a tiny amount of nodes, probably validators, who didn't apply our, you know, requested patch or something like that. But basically, we didn't manage 66, you know, 2/3 basically of the network to do the same thing, and then it was decided to just basically rotate the cut chain protocol and you know, just get rid of all these unnecessary messages, and that's what happened. Again, it hasn't, like, this is totally it's not a security problem, meaning there were no security breaches in that respect. Just there were unnecessary messages. Once we got rid of them with a patch by learning Holodov, we basically were immediately the network started. So it was and again, there were no wrong blocks produced or anything like that. So no forks, nothing. It just basically started, and that's it. Really, these things are not going to happen when we move to Rust node. Probably other things will, but this thing shouldn't. And as you know, we are working very hard now to move to Rust validator nodes in the main network, and the work is actually almost done. We have we fixed all the known bugs. We're testing this week on the large network, internal network deployment, the Rust nodes together with the current mainnet C++ nodes. Once we are finished with that program, we will run some additional security checks. But basically, if beforehand I said that an optimistic kind of time frame for moving to Rust nodes on the main network is kind of end of the year, now I would say that it's probably something in November, which is like 2 months earlier than we thought. And I think that's good news. So that's all from me in terms of technical updates. If you have any questions, please shoot now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely moving things forward. I don't see any raised hands. Any questions, anyone? No, going once, going twice. No, there we go. Well, very well explained, Mitja. Like I say, it was a bit of a weird incident for everyone, but I suppose that's when you're working on the very cutting edge, you have problems which rely on cutting edge solutions. So on to our next topic, which is a bit more of a fun one, a bit more. Going back to Mitja and myself and Anastasia. Anastasia, you got your camera there, or are you? Hey, there we go. Hello.
Hi,
so some of you may have seen already, but there's a bit of a project starting in a new podcast. Do you want to start this, Mitja, or do you want me to give the big intro?
No, I'll do that. I'll just share my screen and just run a video for you for 2 minutes, which is the introductory video for that for the podcast. Let me just share that. Hope you see that. I'll try to. Do you see the full screen? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Mitja.
I'm Anastasia.
And I'm Ben.
Killer Whale Podcast is a launchpad for young blockchain projects on Flex, the fastest decentralized exchange building the most scalable blockchain in history.
This is a live show where you, the community of killer token hodlers, vote for projects in real time.
If the project gets accepted, Killer Pool will provide listing support and liquidity while it activates super farming abilities for its whales.
If you have a great decentralized project, I'm here to guide you through the process and help you to successfully participate in Killer Whale Podcast.
I will ask about your project, your technology, your tokenomics, your team, your underwear. Bottom line, it's my job to clarify all the project aspects to the community so it can reach a better decision.
Participation in the KWP will require killer tokens, though.
Ben, please explain what killer tokens are.
Sure, Anastasia. You'll need killer tokens to swap with project tokens, to earn farming fees, and to participate in the killer liquidity pools.
This is the first completely decentralized launchpad and launch pool for crypto holders. If you hold any tokens on our blockchain, you can put them to work. We are here to make sure you get all the facts you need to reach an informative decision.
All killer tokens will be distributed at the live event on October the 30th, right here.
We will navigate you through all the steps in real time. Just remember, there is no other way to obtain initial killer tokens.
There'll be airdrops and significant discounts available at the live event. Visit kwpc.show to find more details or send me a message directly.
Just do not write me, directly or indirectly, ever.
Mitja! Podcast.
Thank you guys for watching that.
That was funny.
Anyway, so you can go to kwpc. Oops, sorry. kwpc.show website if you want to learn more on that. I can show you that second. Yeah, so there is a website and there is a form, registration form, very short really. Just if you want, please register if you want to participate on 30. The idea is the following. We have the DEX decentralized exchange. As you know, it's running already on dex.ton.surf in a kind of alpha mode, and the Flex will launch sooner or later. Now, in anticipation of this launch, we're going to start that. It's basically a launchpad in the form of a podcast. So, like, we have like a live event whenever we present new project, and we talk about this project, right, in real time, and you can vote during the podcast on the project. If it gets accepted, then you get the point, right? We list it, and you vote with your governance tokens. And to get the governance tokens, please participate in this 30 of October event. Also, if you are a startup, I will just let Anastasia to talk about what you need to do if you want to kind of list your token for us.
Yes, thank you, Mitja. As Mitja already said, I work with startups. So if you have a cool project and you want to list it on Flex, you just come to me and I will help you with all the preparation stuff, finding the right people for technical help or whatever help you may need. I will brief you before the show so you go successfully through it. We will ask you hundreds of questions about your project, your business activities, founders, their background, token economics, so all the details that you must provide us with. Your project has to meet requirements that we have. For instance, it has to be decentralized and you must have governance token. The whole list of these requirements you will see on our website very soon. Or you can go to my Telegram and text me if you have any questions. I will answer them with pleasure. Another possibility to become a part of our show, as Mitja said, is to become a whale, which means to join our farming program. To do that, you need to have some tons and KWP tokens. The only chance to get them, by the way, is to count our first episode on the 30th of October. So you bring your tons, you lock them for some period of time, get KWP tokens, and then start farming. After that, well, this gives you an opportunity to vote for projects. So you decide whether we are going to list them on Flex and provide them with liquidity or not. And if you have voted, then you start to farm the project token as well. This seems to be attractive, I guess. So yeah, as Mitja said, you just come to our website and register with our form, or again, reach out to me and I will help you with everything. Thank you.
Thanks, Anastasia. Really great. Yeah, and we will list like the full details of farming later on our website. I guess like, I don't know, a few days. There is an interesting, the event itself is kind of an interesting endeavor that I don't know if it ever been done before. There will be some portion of tokens that will be airdropped and some portion of tokens that you can get in exchange for staked tons. And the price of the conversion price of the minting will be decided by minute of the show. It will be 60 minutes window, and every minute the price will increase. So you'll see that, again, full details on the website. And let's start this infrastructure. I think it's very important to get finally like DeFi or non-DeFi projects on Freeton, like, you know, kicking and getting some liquidity, the tokens that get listed, and the community of, you know, that can meet the community of the token holders as well, which never had before. So, you know, it's time to do that, I think. Thank you very much.
Well said. It's definitely experimental. I think that can be heard. Joe, you've got your hand up?
I do. I forgot I did. Anyway, that's a great idea. I really like it. And I think it's a really creative way to learn about new projects and teams. I do have a question. My question is, I went to the Killer Token website earlier this morning, and I tried to join as a whale, but nothing happened.
Nothing should happen. It actually writes you down in the small letters that you just submitted the form. That's
okay,
all.
so but
we will contact you.
Okay, so I don't get any response saying like success or.
Yeah, there is a response. You just didn't see it, but we will. You know, the website is an, again, alpha version. We didn't really push through, so yeah, your feedback is very important to us.
Okay.
That's true. It's indeed so. Yeah, so we're collecting all the feedbacks. We got this feedback today, so that you would like to get some, you know, some response. We will do that more boldly there. but it's basically a very easy process. You just click.
Could you please drop the link to the website in the chat here?
Sure, it's Anastasia, could you do that in the chat? kwpc.show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
kwpc.show.
Thank you.
David, you've got a question there, buddy? Yeah, you're on mute. There we go. Oh. Is it just me? I can't hear you at all there, David.
Maybe now it's better. Now you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's a perfect video. I really like that. That's a cool and great job, guys. Just want to ask, the KWP will be focused on the public rounds, if I understand well. So will you open the information for the community and others about the backers, which can, invest in those projects for the initial times, for the private rounds, pre-sale rounds? Will you open that information about their allocations too? Because as we all know, the public rounds is the last train to jump in. So, or will you have some specific conditions for the followers from KWP for the best price rate or something else? So what's the concept in this kind of, investment opportunities?
Sure. Well, it's totally public, meaning that you come to the show, you get the tokens. There is no other way. And we don't have any tokens. You will see, we will publish the full document on the website a few days from now. You will see it's a whole white paper. It explains everything in terms of mechanics on the token distribution, but the distribution happens only on the event. There is no pre-sale, nothing like that. And there is no sale at all, actually, because you only provide liquidity. You lock the token, and you don't pay, no buying. And the thing is that the team, the show itself, only gets tokens, some allocation of tokens to the team to support podcast, only gets out when the actual after each episode. So there is a small percentage of the tokens that goes to the team on each produced episode. So there is no pre-allocation of the team, nothing like that. The team only gets tokens if it produces context. So context, nothing else.
I think, just to rephrase your question there, David, David was more referring to the startups which come on the show. So at what kind of round of, or what phase of funding would these generally be at? And how could we kind of ensure that, the investors are getting the best kind of opportunities?
Well, each startup, it's will present its own model. We cannot say from right now how it should be done, right? Because there are some requirements that we list, as Anastasia just said, but we cannot it depends on the project, right? And again, it's just an open discussion. You will have to come and explain everything to the community of the killer token holders, and they will decide if it makes sense, then fine. If it's not, then not. But yeah, all the information that you as a startup will need to will provide, right? We cannot force you to provide an information. So whatever information you decide to provide is just up to you. And if based on this information, the holders, the token holders will tell you that they won't provide you with liquidity, they vote for that, then you didn't provide enough information, I guess. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I personally think this is one of the coolest aspects of the show. No matter what me, Mitja, or Anastasia say, when the projects come on the show, it is completely your choice as to whether you put, your kind of backing to those projects. So yeah, we can only present what it is and kind of grill them for you, essentially.
Of course, there will be because there are a limited number of slots on the show, because we won't run the show every day, thank you very much. I guess it will be bi-weekly, at least that's the plan for now, right? So it's only 24 projects for a year, meaning that we are going to filter the projects. It will be more than 24 projects. Obviously Anastasia is leading the pipeline kind of stuff in the in the show, and the projects will be filtered before, so only the best will get. But other than that, afterwards, it's up to you.
Awesome. Did we have any other questions, guys, or should we move along? David, if you've finished with your question, can you just lower your hand, buddy? I get easily confused. Sorry. Right, moving on then. Next up, we wanted to talk about everything that's been happening over in Dubai. So I believe, Vladislav, if you were going to lead the quick conversation on the Free TON side for this, for the DeFi Alliance.
Yeah, hi. For some reason, I'm an invisible man today. So camera doesn't want to record me, so I'll just put the background here. Okay, so actually it was a really productive week. So we were starting early in the morning and finishing right late in the night. So talking, speaking about Free TON, just making some network connections and whatever. So actually there was a whole set of different blockchain exhibitions in Dubai. So as you know, last week it was the Dubai Blockchain Week. So it was something like 15 different conferences going in parallel. Of course, we didn't participate in all of them, but just selected the best ones. So we attended the Alternative Investment Management conference, where all the bankers and fund managers typically meet. So there was a panel discussion with Vladimir Maslikov, who was our headline speaker for this blockchain week. Next, we visited the Gulf Blockchain Conference, so which was quite boring, frankly speaking. So we left after 1 hour, so because there was absolutely nothing to see there. There were a lot of private meetings with different investors, funds, exchanges, payment gateways, and so on and so forth. So to promote Free TON as a ultimate solution for different purposes. And of course, we had our stand on WOW Summit, which in my personal opinion was one of the most successful ones. So it took place in the Atlantis Hotel in the Dubai Palm, and there were quite a lot of people in both days of the summit. So there was a limitation from the hotel, so just to restrict to 500 people, but I personally felt that it was significantly more, so something like maybe 1,000 people over the course of the day. And my throat was aching at the evening, because it was, we had to speak to different people. So and what's important, there were not only just crypto guys who were asking about the blockchain and a lot of NFT projects coming from India, but also there were some different businesses. Yeah, David, you heard about them. Yeah, and there were some serious businesses, like for example a chain of medical clinics from Italy who is seeking for a solution for hosting the medical data database on the blockchain, or some private funds who are developing their own solutions and are looking into some multiple blockchain, and a lot of financial analysts who are discovering our DeFi tool sets. So I can't even just maybe recall everyone who we were talking about, and it's still a huge work to be done, because we collect a lot of contacts and need to process them. Just making some additional meetings in different cities here in Moscow, in Turkey, in Europe. So now what we are occupied with is we are scheduling those meetings, and yeah, so we collect a really great feedback, and we were met very warmly, because most of the people didn't know about Free TON, and when we decided to explain them all the why it is the greatest blockchain ever, so I felt personally that they were convinced. And thanks to Mitja, so who has prepared a magnificent slide showing the factual comparison between different blockchains with Free TON, and proving that Free TON is fastest blockchain ever. So yeah, that was just like a shock for people. Yeah, so generally it was a really productive, a really tough but productive week.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Yeah, I can definitely hear the rasp in your voice, to be honest, buddy. Sounds like you've been doing a lot of talking this week.
Yeah, definitely, I did.
Oh, fantastic. Well, has anyone got any questions about that? Or shall we slide rather smoothly into the Dubai-related kind of topic? David, mostexpensive.io.
Yeah, I intentionally didn't mention it because David is here, so he'll present himself.
Yeah, you're a true professional, Vlad. Thank you ever so much. But yeah, David, would you like to take it away, buddy?
Yeah, it was a big pleasure. Thanks everyone for today's invitation, and I really, cannot stop wondering how many communities about free TON I meet every day and every week. So it's like 2 months or maybe 1 month we are in game with the free TON. So we decided to launch the most expensive on the free TON, and I'm still finding new communities, Instagram channels, Telegram channels, chats where the TON people, place it inside, and it's really cool. You guys really focus with that because we helped us a lot with many other things. So we're totally happy that we decided to grow and develop our project together with growing blockchain ecosystem right now. And it's not just the fastest blockchain. I think is the fastest by growing rate as well, because so many people are joining the TON ecosystem. I see some projects thinking about it, and yeah, that's pretty cool. So in a few words about us, about the most expensive, we are NFTH marketplace for the first look, and we're trying to make auctions for the NFTs that connected with real items, but it's not the only one idea behind us, because our idea is based more on some businesses, financial, DeFi. We have a perfect past experience in markets, in marketing as well with the DeFi projects. And we decided to create something where people can use these collectible items for the liquidity, and not just only to collect them, to buy them or to sell, because I think all of you will be agreed with me that the NFTs for nowadays, useless, totally useless. So you can buy them, you can sell them, you can look at them, inspire them, but nothing more. So you can just have them as a collections. The same thing with the collection items from the real life. If you have Picasso, you have a lot of money, but you have useless picture on your wall. Yeah, that will be the perfect picture, the one of the best picture in the world, but absolutely useless to make some things with digital or real life with that. So our idea to connect NFTs and real items together and use the NFTs as a collateral in DeFi. So I can attract a lot of liquidity for any NFT that connected with the real item, and we can use the liquidity with our trusted partners to attract much more interest that can be used for the liquidity providers, for the NFT owners, and for sure for us and for our foundation to create a lot of new funds, new way how to use the collectible items for worldwide. If you can imagine that you have I see that you have a lot of pictures behind you. Maybe some of them are really rare, bro, and you can use them as a collateral in NFT with the most expensive, and it will give you a small understanding that picture gives you an income. You just taking your picture on the wall, if simple words about it. By the way, we have a lot of different things which we can use with the NFTs, because now we're creating the Wachsman. It's the new exchange based on the NFTs and real watches. So any watches in the world can be splitted by many NFTs and can be traded. So all of us know that for example, Rolex growing by their price year by year. Anyone know how it's going? Why it's going, what's going on, why is they growing? Nobody understands. We can not just to show how it works, we can give you a chance to be a part of that, because you can buy NFTs by $1 for example, for 10 Rolex, okay, 10 Rolex NFTs. It will mean that you have $10 in exact one price, exact one piece of watches. And after someone will decide to buy, you can sell it as same as an exchange, USDT, BTC, USDT, TON, W TON. You can sell it on our exchange with your interest, with your idea, how you want to do that. So it's many different ways how to make NFTs useful. And that's why we started from Dubai. We're officially ready to launch our platform in August, September, but we decided to wait the October. I really want to say that this month it's October totally, because all crypto are green, and it's a perfect time to launch. And we started here at the World of Web Summit with the first lots on our platform. It's the racket and ball of one of the best tennis player in the world, Daniel Medvedev. We totally sold everything. It is a crazy price for the racket from my perspective. But the owner of the racket is happy to use it in our staking. So just wait for the announcement. You will see the first staking of, yeah, exactly, and 90,000 W tons is the price of the racket. You can, yeah, it's amazing. I don't have any additional comments on that. Yeah. And we will launch the staking for the racket, and everyone will see how NFTs connected to real items can give much more DeFi opportunities than you ever see. So that's our idea. That's where we're growing. Now we're finishing our fundraising campaign. We'll launch the public round in very short time, and you'll see so many beautiful things on our platform, because now we're finishing the negotiations with a very crazy cool artists, collectors, and you will see the pictures, you will see the items that you never saw before. Because just I will add one more thing. What we're trying to do for the humanity, for the people, for the all who inspired by NFTs and arts nowadays. Imagine that you have a gallery with a lot of pictures, items on your walls, in your exhibition. And what usually the people do? They're taking money from the visitors, from the customers. So you need to pay to be inspired. You need to pay to get some knowledge for that. But why you need to pay if the old pictures on the wall use it in the liquidity? They will give you much more profit than you can take just from the visitors. So you can make a gift for the visitors, for the people, because they no need to pay for the tickets, because all pictures and all arts, all different most expensive items can be used in liquidity and have income from that. That's our idea. That's what we're trying to build. It's a very big challenge. It's the biggest challenge, but we're kindly sure in our possibilities because we have a very strong team behind us, and we're supported by a free TON community. Guys, who have any doubts on that? I don't think so.
Well, that is a hugely innovative project, if I do say so myself. I mean, those are some big ambitions you've got going there, guys. So awesome stuff so far, in my opinion. I'll definitely be taking a much closer look. Has anyone got any questions about that? I mean, it's a very concise presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all, buddy. No? Okay, if you just want to hang around, we may have a few questions on YouTube for you at the end, David. So yeah, just to reiterate, that's mostexpensive.io for everyone if you want to check that out a bit more. And right, coming up for last but definitely not least on our list of main presentations for today anyway, we've got Alina, who's presenting for the Web and Design Sub-Governance. If you'd like to take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Hi, everyone, again. Today, I also represent Web and Design Governance, and would like to bring you some information about our work for the past half of a year, and also would like to tell you a bit about our plans for the nearest future. So I would like to share my screen to show you some information. Just a second. Yeah, this one. Can you see it? Anybody? Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thumb.
Yeah. So we put a proposal on the Free TON forum, so you can find it. I can share the link in the chat. Or you can just find it in our section on the forum, Web and Design Sub-Governance Proposals. And here it is, token request for 6 months. And here you can also find detailed report about work which was done during the past time. So here is one part of the statement of the results, which results of the work since April till September. And here you can find presentation PDF. I will open it for you just to take a quick look. Yeah, have it here as well. Yeah, so here you can see the first one was jury selection. Here here we located main information when the contest was held and how many submissions, winners, etc. Then we had identity contest when we were requesting from contestants to present their vision of free TON, and we got the winner with the logo we use mostly right now, and also offer everybody to use it if some project has this request, like you start new project and you don't have logo for it, you can use all the materials can be found on the Free TON forum as well. We presented this contest before on the main sub-governance call, so I would just go further, and winners works catalog, which we held in June, and this contest was presented as well during different call before. I mean, you can find all the detailed information here, and also all the materials which were created during this contest and which you can use for your project by yourself. Also, we have the link to more serious file where you can find all the information about jury, about their votes, about weekly calls, about all the scores which were given, and about all the rewards which were sent to participants. This link is also is on the forum in the topic. Yeah, we have 5 contests successfully passed during this time, and now we have plans for the nearest future. And first, a contest which we'd like to have is a Free TON ecosystem landing page. Yeah, we know that a lot of information located on the Free TON main website, but as web and design sub-governance, we think that we can make user experience better, more interesting, maybe some easier navigation. As soon as we have decentralized community, probably some of our participants have different vision, and maybe bigger part of the community support them. So we want to try to help this one first. We also want to have 2 contests to support social media of Free TON, and one of these contests is for social media pack to create avatars, covers, different styles for social media. We also know that a lot of projects have their own social media, and they can always also use the materials which we will get in this contest. We also provide Creative Ninjas contest, in which we ask from participants to create illustration packs, meaning that they have to create different pictures using also for Twitter and Instagram, but more like virus photos, virus pictures. So social media can use them when there's not that many news on the agenda, and they just have to entertain community. We described in our post in our proposal all the information detailed, and also we are open to discussion. I just don't want to waste too much time on this, because this information needs maybe more detailed. You have to check this in more details. So we just wanted to pay some attention to it, and we are open for discussions and for proposals, and we will be happy to fulfill some of the requests or needs which other sub-governance have in our sphere.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Thank you, Alina. Yeah, if you just want to take your screen down when you get a second, then has anyone got any questions specific to this? I don't see any hands up at the minute. Yeah, obviously, if everyone wants to go take a look at the forum, leave your comments, suggestions there. Like I say, it's obviously, it's a big request. It's an important sub-governance, lots of work there. So, like I say, more opinions lead to better results at the end of the day, hopefully. That's the idea of decentralization anyway, isn't it, I think? Oh, there we go. David, you've got a question, buddy?
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to ask to for sure link to the chat and conversation, because we wanted to take part on that. We in touch with very good new for web designers and artists, and yeah, it definitely will be interesting for anyone to take a part in this kind of activity by the most expensive and by our group, because we have a very big team behind. So it sounds very fantastic. Just want to ask, any requirements you have for the initial designers or some creative teams for that, or it's just open for everyone? So
yeah, of course it's open for everyone. we have a contest system of communication with community and creating projects. So yeah, but as in any other sub-governance, you can go to the forum and offer anything you think can be helpful for the community, and community decide with their comments and their likes, etc., if your proposal is good or bad. Also, we, like everybody else, have chat in Telegram, where you can also find more support for your proposal. So yeah, we also look for new talents, and also in our new proposal, we ask for some tons to do some advertising, because as we see during the past time, more and more often the same teams and the same people, creators, take part in the contest. This is amazing because they know how it works. They're not surprised with that this is competition, etc. But also we think that it is important to keep growing, and we really think that for designers we have very, very good opportunities to develop and to find support and to find new ways of self-growing and have a great reward for that.
But the final decision will be based by jury or by the community. So it's the DAO or by jury. So how it will be like?
Final decision, of course, done by initial members if the proposal is accepted. But we never had a problem when community really wants to have amazing contests, interesting and helpful, and jury is like, no, this is not how it works.
Okay. Okay, so they can vote for that as well. Okay, yeah, sounds fantastic. That's the perfect. Really appreciate it. We will make additional materials about that just to help to promote this opportunity for everyone.
Thank you. That's great.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, well, that's I think that's all the questions we've got from Zoom. Shall we have a little look over on YouTube? I think it's all just been a kind of mostly nice chatter. Some very good presentations today, guys. No questions. Must mean we were all explaining things.
From Grand Kid in the very beginning of the chat.
Oh, I'm not scrolling up far enough there, am I? Thank you, Anne. What is your opinion about Free TON DeFi Alliance proposal, especially about burning 3 billion tokens? This question is for everyone. It would be great if you answer. Yeah, obviously this is a very big proposal. I'm not sure if everyone on the call's seen it. I was going to give it a brief mention in my Ben's bits at the end, but yeah, I mean, does anyone want to take the floor on that one first? So I'll keep my cards close to my chest.
What's the problem of burning?
Well, there's no problem as such. There's been quite a large proposal put forward by the DeFi Alliance.
I know.
Sure you know.
I was speaking to DeFi Alliance over the Dubai conferences several times and discussed this proposal just for the full disclosure thing. And I raised my several concerns, and like they said, they will, take it to consideration, serious consideration, but that none of what I said to them, for example, from me, didn't actually talk about burning tokens, because I don't think there is any problem in burning tokens. Like, why people are so afraid of burning tokens? Like, I really don't understand, because the math works exactly any way you like. And the thing is that burning tokens can only do good for tokens that you already have, right? Because outstanding tokens, despite the fact they're just sitting there locked in the contract, still provides a lot of pressure, like on the token price, because people think, what if tomorrow this crazy community just vote to airdrop 2 billion tokens? What will happen to my tokens that I bought with my money on the exchange if they do that? And the thing is that investors, they don't like to be held hostage by, doesn't matter who, even if it's a large community, because it's just an unnecessary risk. Right? No one in Bitcoin can tomorrow decide to throw away a large amount of tokens on exchange, for example, simply because no one has any tokens, meaning cannot produce any tokens. And we have tokens which are locked in there, which anyone can just at any time can just decide to drop into whatever. Right? So to minimize that risk, I think we can burn even more than 3 billion, if you ask me. I mean, what's the problem, guys? What's the problem? I mean, mathematically, there is no, I know that I need to make sorry after every time I mention mathematics now. But anyway, so mathematically, there is no difference between 100 tokens, which with a price of $1, right, and 1,000 tokens for a price of 0.1, right? There is absolutely no difference, because these tokens can be divided by like 9 numbers after 0, right? It doesn't really matter, right? When you consider, like, every time we do some contest, sub-governance or whoever decide on what the price for the contest will be. And when they decide, so they take the labor per hour or something like that metric in their head mentally, divided and then take multiplying by the number of hours, amount of work that they need to be produced, like for whatever premium and so on and so forth. So logic goes like that, right? So it doesn't matter. It never actually think mentally of how many tokens we actually have, right? Yeah. It doesn't make any difference how many tokens are outstanding, except for investors.
Yeah, I mean, I think just personally, as a point of agreeing with you there, when it comes to new people joining, obviously, the tokenomics are a big thing with anyone looking at a new cryptocurrency project and having to explain, the giver account and, that kind of thing. It's a conversation that could be avoided hypothetically. So, yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. I did nearly forget, as Joanne's just reminded me, we did have one more kind of pressing item on the agenda, which maybe I was trying to avoid, but who knows? It was maybe a Freudian slip that I forgot this one, Joe. But everyone's favourite ongoing topic at the moment, rebranding. So, if you'd like to take us away on that one.
I think you just want to get it away. Stop it. No more rebranding. Okay. Yeah. But Ben came to me yesterday, 2 days ago, saying, let's say something about rebranding. All right. Well, what can I say here? We got it. Yay. Hooray. The name, which encapsulates our soul and will see us soaring into the future, is... Just kidding.
Free TON.
I don't have anything for you. Damn it, Mitja. You killed it.
That's the point.
Damn
That's an exercise of something called masturbation for last 3 weeks or whatever. 3 weeks of masturbation is like a pretty long period for such an activity. I think we need just to already to like either you come or you stop. I mean, really, like
we're still on the weekly call, Mitja. This isn't the podcast, buddy.
I think you're confused.
No, me no. I didn't participate. That's the thing. I just consciously decided from the first time they started to talk about that, I am not going to participate in that activity. I'm pretty happy person, in that part of the life. So
masturbation.
I don't really need that. That's what I meant.
There we go. Well, I love the analogy there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well,
yeah.
Aside from masturbation, I'm still confused on that one. I don't know. Anyway, everybody has seen throughout these few weeks that, we've had countless names come up, from exciting and creative to irrelevant and boring. And we've been all across the spectrum. We've considered every single name that has been brought forth. But of course, there has not been a consensus reached yet. And this is a very delicate matter. We can't just pick anything. So please keep bringing in your opinions and your concerns and your ideas, because it's not in vain. And we really do go through them all, bring them to Wachsman. We discuss everything. And currently, there are some names that have been shortlisted, some favorites from Wachsman. And I believe that tonight they'll be doing a final comb through, I don't know, tonight or tomorrow. And from there, we will loop in some legal minds to see if there's any sort of conflict of interest or, potential trouble down the line or anything like that. And of course, it will always be brought back to community for your vote, for your input and your feedback. And I'm sorry, I don't have anything exciting to share with you. It's still going. It's what is it called? It's not November yet. Maybe this is the wrong place to say it.
It's still October.
What did you say? Say it again.
October. Is that what you were going for then? No.
I don't. Did you say? Did it start with an L? What you said?
No.
I
think we're singing from different hymn sheets here.
I thought we were on the same wavelength, but yeah. I'm gonna blame it on Mitja.
I like where this conversation goes.
Mitja, this is because of you. No, not November. So that's what we're in right now. Anyway. So
you said there is no podcast. I mean,
this meeting takes on a different tone without Ron, doesn't it?
I think
he'd be proud.
Yeah, he would.
I think that November is a great. I think November is a great.
One more
Darkwing,
time for a start.
You really like not November?
Well, nobody can say that. You see. Like it comes to November and that stops.
Yeah, it's just too hard to say for us men.
Oh well, too bad.
Right. Well,
people really took that very literally.
Beautiful. On that note, like you say,
why not exactly?
Yeah, well, no news is good news on the rebranding front. Like we say, obviously it's a big thing, like Joe says. Sorry. So Alex, are you still with us? You're frozen in a beautiful face there on my Zoom screen. So if you do come back with your question, let me know. I'm just looking across YouTube because we are hitting the 3 o'clock, well, the 2 o'clock mark, UTC now. We've just got, when should we expect payments for Free TON Encyclopedia contest? Same boat as all other distributions at the moment. Joe, Darkwing just found out about not November. Nice. But yes, there's no token distributions at the moment. There was an initial members gov reshuffle, so things are still just settling, but this is going to be sorted very soon. So there'll be a big round of distributions happening very soon. Right, very quickly then.
Hopefully, maybe we will arrange this week because, as you may know, so already new public keys of new governance members has been set in the givers. So, and most of the calculations are ready. So there are only a few. So hopefully this week we will distribute.
Excellent. So yeah, keep your eyes on your wallets, people out there. Right, I'm going to get through this super quick. Just a couple of little lists of other things which we haven't had time to go over on this call. Ton Loot with our very own Zachary has had some developments there. He's working on the Heroes dbot, so the next stage is coming with that. Very exciting. We've had 2 exchange listings this week, ZBX Exchange and Bitmart, listing Ton and WTON respectively. We crossed the 400,000 accounts accounts, wallets, whichever way around you want to put it, nomenclature.
Accounts.
Accounts. There we go. Oh, sorry.
Different accounts, different smart contracts. Several of them are not wallets.
So, sorry, Mitja. Getting told
Just
off
to correct things.
Yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate it. The soundtrack contest. I think we'll probably be touching on this a bit more next week, but obviously a couple of issues there. Never mind the shitcoins. Yes, we had another fantastic episode this week, and touch wood, Blockster should be releasing their version of things soon, so keep an eye out for that. That should be exciting. Development contest, there have been a few big ones launched, a couple of smaller ones as well. There's a few websites gone out around that. Twitter's a good place to look for it, but if not, check out the sites. We've got a couple including dbot site injection, ZK Snox. ZK Snox is I've got wrote down here. And final little thing on my Ben's Bits for today is just to remind you all, kwpc.show. Like I say, this is going to be big. I don't know if I'm technically correct, but this is going to be the first large-scale airdrop out there for TON, all sorts of other things. Why wouldn't you want to join in? It's going to be awesome, super awesome fun. And Mitja's going to be there as well, so it'll be a little bit serious. But it'll be fun as well, so Right, I believe, let's check YouTube one more time. No more questions on the YouTube. In which case...
By the way, you forgot one more contest. So we have actually launched the contest for the launchpad architecture in the DeFi sub-governance. So please, if you feel capable, please come as well. Because launchpads is something actually what we really need as an ecosystem. And Mitja is already, in fact, implementing one of the launchpads with his show.
We will participate.
Definitely, please come.
Exactly. And I mean, I mentioned that at the very top of the show for you, Vlad. That was actually the first thing I mentioned today, buddy. So don't think I forgot you. No, that's an awesome thing of launchpads. I mean, it literally is kind of the life and soul of where we're going with the cutting edge technologies. Right. Anyway, I'm going to stop prattling on now, everyone. Thank you ever so much for all your presentations. Thank you ever so much for watching along. And unless anyone's got anything else to add, let's do a 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It was amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you.